Picture this. She's in HR making 58K. He's in IT pulling 68K. Combined, $126,000 a year. Top 25% of households. They should be crushing it. Instead, stressed, bills everywhere, empty savings. When the furnace died, they financed it, both exhausted. They did everything right. Degrees, careers, marriage, house in a good district. So why does it feel like they're drowning? If you've ever thought, we make too much to feel this broke, this is for you. We've been told 2 incomes are better than 1. Simple math, right? 50K plus 50K equals 100K, with 50K left over. Except that's not what happened. That extra income got absorbed, every single dollar. Elizabeth Warren studied over 2,000 families who filed bankruptcy. The shocking finding? Dual income families were more likely to go bankrupt than single income families. Rewind to 1970. About 43% of women worked. 1 income supported the family. And here's what most don't realize. It was enough. They could afford housing at 25% of income, healthcare, food, savings. They had breathing room. And critically, they had a backup plan. If something went wrong, the stay-at-home parent could work. Fast forward to today, 57% of women work. Over 60% of married couples, both parents work. We've activated the emergency backup as the default. Median household income today, $74,000, higher than 1970 adjusted for inflation. We earn more. But look at costs. Median home in 1970, $200K in today's money. Now, over $400K, doubled. Healthcare up 600%. Childcare, barely an expense before, now $11K per year per child. College costs up 1,200%. The fixed costs of being middle class exploded. And that second income, completely absorbed. Let me show you the math. One partner makes 70K, the other 50K. That's 120K combined. Sounds like a lot. Let's trace what happens to that 50K. First, taxes. Progressive brackets mean that second income gets taxed at 30 to 35%. Your 50K becomes maybe 32K. Kids mean childcare, 15K per year per child. 2 kids, that's 30K. Your 50K is now maybe 5K. 2 commutes means 5K in gas and maintenance. Parking, another 2 to 3K. Second car, add the payment and insurance. Call it 8K total. Your 50K just went negative. But wait, 2 exhausted workers means convenience spending. Takeout, cleaning services, lawn care, pre-made meals. Nobody has energy after a 10-hour day. Another 5 to 10K easily. Added up, $50,000 minus 18K taxes minus 15K childcare minus 8K commuting minus 7K exhaustion spending equals $2,000. That's it. Someone's working full-time for $8 a day, $1 per hour. Here's the psychological trap. That $120,000 on your tax return looks impressive. You feel like you're doing well. You make decisions based on that number. The bank approves your $400,000 mortgage based on both incomes. Technically, you can afford it, as long as both incomes keep flowing, forever. As long as neither gets sick, laid off, burned out, or faces any life emergency. This is where the trap closes. The 1970s family had flexibility. If the breadwinner lost their job, the backup could work. Today's dual income family already burned that card. Both incomes are committed. There's no backup, no reserve. If either loses work, the family can't maintain costs because those costs were sized for 2 incomes. That's why Warren found dual income families filing more bankruptcies. Not irresponsibility. Zero margin for error. They're operating at 100% capacity. Like a car with no oil. Everything works until it doesn't. Then everything breaks at once. A Federal Reserve study found 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency. 40%. Many in dual income households making solid money on paper. 1 transmission repair away from crisis.
And here's what gets me. The expenses that ate that income weren't luxuries, not boats and vacations. They were housing, childcare, healthcare, education, the fixed costs of being middle class. Look at housing. In the single-income era, families competed based on 1 income. When dual income became normal, families had double the buying power. What happened to prices? They got bid up, way up. When everyone has 2 incomes become the baseline requirement. Same with education. Parents want good schools, so families bid up prices in good districts using dual incomes. The price of admission to good public schools became a $400K mortgage instead of $200K. You're paying tuition through your housing costs. Once you're locked in to needing both incomes forever. You can't go back. The trap is closed. You might think, but I can't have my partner quit. We need both incomes. And I get it. That's the trap. You need both to survive the lifestyle you built around both. But here's the shift. Start treating the second income like it's temporary, even if it isn't. Most families do the opposite. They treat both as permanent. They buy the house 2 incomes afford, lease cars 2 incomes support, and then they're stuck. The alternative? The one income foundation. Structure your fixed costs so one income covers them. The second income becomes discretionary: savings, investments, debt payoff. The critical difference? You could survive without it. You'd cut back, but you wouldn't lose the house. You wouldn't go bankrupt. You'd have margin. Make it concrete. Household makes $130K, $75K, and $55K. Instead of a mortgage requiring $100K to service, take one that $60K can cover. Instead of 2 car payments, have one or none. Live in a neighborhood that's good, not elite. Buy the house one income affords. Bank the difference. That second income flows into wealth building. Emergency fund first, then retirement, then investments. Every dollar compounds. Every dollar invested buys back optionality, the flexibility to have one partner step back if needed, to take a career risk, to handle a health crisis, to care for aging parents, to have actual choice. This requires sacrifice short-term, driving past houses you qualify for, explaining to friends why you're not upgrading, resisting social pressure to spend like a dual-income family while building like a single-income one. But here's the payoff. Within 5-10 years, something magical happens. The investments start generating their own income. Compounding takes over. And suddenly, you have what you thought dual incomes would give you: real financial security. You're not one job loss from catastrophe. You're building wealth. You can make decisions based on what's best for your family. The two-income trap isn't about dollars. It's about flexibility, margin, options. Our grandparents had something we traded away: the ability to absorb shocks, to change direction, to have one partner focus on family without everything collapsing. We traded that flexibility for bigger houses, nicer cars, and appearances. But appearances aren't wealth. Cash flow isn't security. The families who thrive aren't the highest earners. They're the ones who preserved flexibility, who refused to let expenses consume income, who kept their backup plan in reserve. You can earn your way out of a lot of problems, but you can't earn your way out of a trap you don't know you're in. Now you know. The question is, what are you going to do about it? If this shifted how you think about money, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges conventional wisdom.